my name is Fernanda and I'm here to talk about human rights, more specifically, the freedom of speech right. Last week I was browsing through the internet and I came across an article about how tightly controlled the press is in North Korea. Speech is only allowed when it's supporting the local political party. The government does not respect the right every citizen have to have their own opinions, to express their thoughts. When I read about it, I was devastated. I imagine how it could be to live somewhere you cannot believe in what you want, you cannot choose what you believe, you cannot say in what you believe in, you cannot express your own opinions, you cannot have one opinion. Saying your truth, speaking our truth, is our main source of power, is our main weapon to act and help in what we believe in. Everyone should be able to have their own opinions, thoughts, and talk about it, not fearing the consequences of disagreeing with someone. Everyone should respect each other's opinions and point of view. That's how we build a healthy society, a healthy community. Freedom of speech is one of the most important human rights in the Constitution. If people are not allowed to have opinions, we will live in a society and in a humanity where there is only one point of view, and there will be no development in the humanity's thoughts through the years. Humans can unify to protect the freedom of speech, a base of the human rights. We can all act against these countries that violate our right. Well, before we begin, there are some terms that need to be defined. First of all, what is a human right? Human rights are that rights that are literally for everyone, no matter your nationality, race, or gender, your age, doesn't matter. You have these rights. Freedom of opinion and expression is in Article 19 of the Constitution. This right means that everybody can express their thoughts and have different thoughts. But it does not mean that people have the right to disrespect others. Freedom of speech is the right one has to disagree and agree with someone. And if any time any source of power, such as the government, your parents, the coordination, everybody prevents you from saying what you think, that right is being violated. That's what happens in North Korea, for example. We should all be able to express what we believe in and fight for it. One thing that is important to mention about this topic is the importance of freedom of speech. It's obvious that it's great to say what you think, to be able to have an opinion, but besides that, historically speaking, if people don't have different opinions and everyone is forced to agree in one thing, on the same belief, society doesn't develop. We would always have the same point of view and only one until someone disagrees on it. Because what makes people reflect is the opposite opinion, is another opinion. For example, if no one disagreed back in the last century, women would still not be able to vote, work, or be treated equally. Because if no one disagrees in it, it becomes normal, it becomes right, and everybody starts to accept it. However, some people still believe that freedom of speech should not exist, and that is a problem. They say that once everyone is free to say what they think and act towards it, it would spread hate, it would invent violence, and it would even allow prejudice. To be fair, that's not really that wrong, but the thing is that being able to say what you want is not equal to being disrespectful. Being free to have an opinion does not give you the right to disrespect others. Every human should be able to express their opinions without being disrespectful. After hearing all this information about the human right of freedom of speech, you may be wondering how you can help. The main ways to help on this topic are staying connected to social movements, standing up against violation of this act, volunteering on campaigns, and always encouraging your local government and the local department to fight against the violation of this right that is happening in the other countries. This completes my discussion of the freedom of speech right. As a reminder, the right to have an opinion is needed so that society can develop, but is not equal to disrespect others. And this right is being violated in some countries around the world, such as China and North Korea. In order to help fighting against the violation of this right, sign online petitions, volunteer on campaigns, and encourage your local department to fight against it and to stand up for the protection of this right. Spread this message around your family, around your community, and always talk about it. Imagine you're a parent someday. Your children come home from school and tell you they've been bullied. You and your kid have the right to go to the authorities, in this case, the coordinators, and say that what happened was wrong, and the other kid cannot treat others like that. If we didn't have this right of freedom of speech, you would have to just sit and watch why your kid is being treated like that. You would have to accept it because you wouldn't have the right to say anything about it. So, thank you so much for your time and attention. Goodbye.